Good morning, YouTube. Prepper Embarado Smithing and Woodcraft. I have been working on something I know I've seen hundreds of guys do on YouTube. The reason I'm doing a redo of it is because I had a thought in my head that their concept was really great, their execution left a little to be desired. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to show you my idea. Everybody's seen one of these, knows exactly what I'm doing here. This is a homemade version of the Sparkalight. It's an old Bic. I carved it away here, carved it away here with a Dremel tool. Sorry about the noise, I got a school bus leaving the bus yard. As I said, had a school bus firing up and getting out of here, so a lot of noise from them. They're diesel, whatever. Now, in carving away, what happens is you cut into where the groove is for the gas to come up out, and you cut into the spring for the thumb button. And when you do, you create a big hole on either side. It goes right down into the container inside. The way I fix that is with a couple of chunks of rubber eraser glued in with high temperature epoxy. Not because of the high temp, but because it's epoxy. Good and strong glue. Now this thing will still, I don't know if you can see it, still throwing sparks. Doing a nice job of it. To plug the bottom, instead of going and buying one of those Bic slide-on caps with a key ring, I built my own key ring into the side by drilling a hole through, weeding the key ring through, a couple of little pieces of the rubber eraser and some epoxy to plug up the hole so it won't leak. Gives me an attachment point, a good strong one. To plug up the bottom, instead of the slide-on cover with the key ring again, I cut another piece of rubber eraser, put a little piece of nylon cordage through it with a needle, pops right out, goes right back in to seal it watertight. Now here's the problem. That hole in the bottom of that cigarette lighter is much too small for my big hands. Probably much too small for most small female hands. So how are you supposed to get the petroleum-laden cotton balls out if your fingers are too big and fat? In cold climates, your fingers aren't going to work like they should. Here's where my idea comes into play. I took some 100-mile-an-hour tape and taped on my variation on the theme. You know how they put the little loops on the side of holsters on the side of knife sheaths to hold your ferrule rod? Same idea, just a slightly different execution to hold a sharpened piece of stick. Small enough to reach down in and pull out a Vaseline-soaked cotton ball. So you see, boys, that's all there is to it. Now, some of you are going to say, well, we couldn't see any sparks from that Sparkalight. Okay, granted. Camera doesn't show the sparks very well, but bet you it'll show the flame just fine. Bloody wind. Would help if I were flicking it the right way. Now you can see the sparks. And there we go. Flame. Sure as you shooting. So here's the idea, boys. And let me make it clear. This is not meant to be your primary source of fire. This is meant to be your emergency. Your redundant backup. Your redundant backup to what, you say? I carry one in my pocket. I'm a non-smoker. I use one of these, an e-vapor. This is just for fire, for keeping my butt warm. This is the backup. That's all this is. This is for when everything is so wet or so cold that this won't get it done. This is self-reliance. This is common man. This is redundancy. Just like Dave says, and it's one thing I cannot fault him at all. He's got it 100% right. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And 3 is always better. This is Prepper Emberado of Emberado Smithing and Woodcraft. Peace out.